They consider themselves ravers at any point during the day, but they're not always raving.
Is a great job for raving because I have a schedule of Monday through Friday, and I'm not scheduled Saturday or Sunday. So I get to go out Friday night, I get to go out Saturday, I get to, recuperate on Sunday, and then go back to work on Monday. And it's perfect. And I make a good amount of money. Each job pays $10 an hour. So I'm not being paid minimum wage, so I have money to my job, and it's great. I just really love my job because I get to hang out with puppies and I get to see dogs all day, and that's my favorite thing to do. How did I get into raving? Oh, I decided to go to my first rave by myself. I forgot which one it was, but it was at Club Therapy. It might have been Party Animals, the first one. And I was alone, and I made friends, and from then on I loved the atmosphere, loved the people, loved how everyone's just it's like your own bubble of love and an escape from reality of some sort.
You can look down at your wrist and see a bracelet that you got from someone, and just seeing that bracelet will remind you of an entire night where you met a huge new array of friends, and it'll remind you about the music that you were listening to, the clothes everyone was wearing, all that and more can come just from a bracelet.
Well, I love my job because I like kids. I really do. And I really enjoy the fact that I just get to do arts and crafts all day. My mom ran a daycare my whole life out of our house. So I grew up with it. I was waking up with the kids at 7 in the morning and they got there. And I loved it when I was little because I had a bunch of kids to play with my age. My raving life at all because raves are on the weekends and I work Monday through Friday. And if I do happen to go out on a weeknight, then I just deal with it the next day. I very rarely call in. I just sort of ran out of job options because I worked everywhere in the entire world, and I was like, hey, why not just try it with kids? And it worked. Raving's not just about, going out and getting dressed up and dancing. It really is about the community. It's about you make friends in one night that will last you, not just until the next event, it'll last you until, you decide to stop being friends with them.
Ravers are crazy. I have one friend who is a mortician. He just drives around and picks up dead bodies, and you would never know from knowing.
Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays are the days that I work. Since Thursday you're going into the weekend, never, ever, 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 ever know what you're gonna get. So I had to take it off of the stretcher, put it onto a dressing table, put a head block underneath it, which keeps the head up so the head doesn't swell up with fluid. Put a sheet over his head, head first into the cooler, close the cooler, reset up my stretcher, put the stretcher back in the car. They'll give you any type of death certificate or nurse pronouncement, because that's all required to be able to actually dispose of the body and have them buried, be able to transport them, all that fun stuff. Then they call security. I come usually to some sort of loading dock or ramp or someplace that's usually in the ass fuck of the hospital. That's where we go. And now I go get the body.
Ravers in their normal lives, in their day lives, there's an unlimited amount of styles and fashions that they have, because the only time their style matches is for raves, and then the rest of the time they're just their own person, their own genre or stereotype or whatever you want to call it.